Hi, Divine Rebels, Bohemia with Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart readings here. What's up? Hey! We are doing a fun pick a card reading today. So, if you were on my live today, you know I chatted about this a bit, but I woke up and I was feeling some kind of way. Like, I was like all nostalgic over the past and listening to the same song over and over about like, you know, something that didn't work out. And I wasn't crying or nothing, but it's Capricorn moon, okay? But there's a lot of Cancer in the chart right now, opposing that Capricorn, right? And we're about to go into the Cancer season. It's going to be summer solstice coming up this weekend. That's when the sun moves into the sign of Cancer and summer officially starts. So I was like, what is going on? And then I realized I went to do a pick a card reading of a different type for y'all, and I heard like, no, do that X one, how to release your ex. And I was like, oh, that's why. Okay, this wasn't my last ex, so don't even trip that I'm talking about. This was like a, you know, back when I was in school relationship, okay? That I was thinking about. So I was like, all right, let me do this for y'all. Let me do this. Because I had done this. I've mentioned it before. This is based on the No song by Mariah Carey, specifically the remix that has Shawni on it. There's two remixes. One has Stefflon on it. This one is the remix with Shawni. It's so cute. I'll post a link. Please watch it. I try to figure out how I could put like clips of the videos and stuff in it, but they would have taken the video down, so I couldn't do it. But the thumbnail is will be up, that has a scene from the music video, which is super cute. And yeah, so I've had this for like probably a couple months now. Time flies, and it was time to put this on. Definitely, if you have requests for any pick a cards, hopefully no scamming from other tarot readers who like to steal my ideas, but you know, we'll add protection. Y'all drop your ideas that are requests down below. I still have a list of everyone that has requested. I will get to y'all. I'm feeling very animated right now. I don't know. So we're gonna get into it. This is kind of a, it's not Mariah Carey themed, but I put some of that vibe in since it's her song. We have cards from decks that are like flowers and unicorns and goddesses. One of the decks I use is the Lion Strider, and it's because it has a lot of blues and pinks that you see in this music video. We have the Tarot Sweet Twilight, which is always like that. It always feels like a deck to read about your ex with. So I put that one card. They only got one card to see about this ex because we're carving them. Also, we have, because this is a Mariah Carey deck, it's not just flowery stuff. We have the Talking Shit Rebel deck, couples edition, but the cards came out about breaking up or separation on here. And we have the Melanated Tarot, because of course. So links for decks will be down below. Please book a personal reading if you are curious or interested. Get your life back. All right, we'll talk about what you really need in a relationship and who you should be focusing on calling in for your own fulfillment. Links will be down below. And yes, we're gonna pick charms today because I mean, Mariah had a whole album called Charm Bracelet, so here we go. We have option number one is this butterfly, beautiful butterfly charm. Number two, okay, for those of you that chose number two, it is this pregnant belly charm with a moonstone. Some people are gonna avoid that. Number three is a little potion bottle, blue potion bottle. And number four is the evil eye protecting charm. Yes, with the rhinestones, bling bling. So those are our options. Again, one is butterfly, two is the pregnant belly one, three is the blue potion bottle, and four is the evil eye charm. All right, now some of y'all I know are like, I'm gonna watch this, but it doesn't really count. I know somebody said that because when I was getting ready to put this up, Heartbreaker by Mariah Carey and Jay-Z came on, and it's like, you know, Heartbreaker, you got the best of me, but I keep on coming back incessantly. I knew you're gonna break my heart, basically, you know, is the whole gist of the song. So about the back and forth. So look, don't say I didn't tell you. We curving exes over here. Now definitely listen to the the song, though, I think I already said that this is a new day. Behind the scenes magic. It is the day after when you began watching this. You time traveled. We are on the next morning. I am coffee sugar scrubbed up, feeling good. Yes, moisturized. Hope you are too. So now I just want to chat extra to y'all because it's like we haven't been here, but for you it's just like a minute later, but for me it's a whole day, baby. So listen to the track because Shawni is spitting some fire on there. Okay, let me see. We're gonna get into this, and a lot of y'all time stamped anyways and time jumped, time traveled. Okay, so I ain't even worried about rushing. I was gonna say ruffling up my feathers. Okay, I just smooth them down with my skincare routine. No. I'm silly, y'all. I think I got a little coffee buzz high. Pisces does not need coffee, especially during Gemini season. I only use it on my skin. All right, for those of you that chose number 1 with the butterfly, let's see. I'm going to take this to the side so I can utilize it. And we're going to see your cards. How do you curb this ex? We have the 6 of Swords reversed. Look, what I say, you ain't trying to leave yet. Hangman reversed. But it's time. The Star reversed. Let's see if we can prop up that juicy butterfly. Give us some room. There we go. We're gonna save these rebel cards for a minute here. The energy from your ex is 7 of Swords reversed. So either there was cheating and y'all are trying to get past it, or you're trying to excuse it for this person, or they basically cheated, like maybe it wasn't full out, you know, put it in, take it out kind of thing, but it was like, you know, emotional cheating or mental cheating or just untrustworthiness. There could have been something, you know, shady that they were doing where other people would be like, well, that's not a big deal. Or maybe old you, okay, old you would accept the slippery slope of this, you know, skeeving kind of energy that they were putting out. But for you, you're like, oh, red flag, I see that. And actually, look, it's red butterfly. It's red butterfly coming through like, hey, we transform beyond that. We're not about that anymore. Okay, you have little red flags, boots, pants, everything. The universe is like, hello, warning. Ace of Cups reversed. All right, that love having been lost, and the 8 of Pentacles. It's also reminding me of that song, Tell Me Where Your Love Lies. Does their love lie? Looks like someone's love was lying, in fact, because, you know, it's like all that hard work and then you don't even get the Ace of Cups. It's not even there. You know, that's annoying. And you know what it's like? It's like y'all were the little cat. You know when cats are like, feed me, meow, meow, and then no one's feeding the cat? Like, ooh, someone wasn't feeding the cat. Okay, so you know, some of you were sitting there hung up on this person. I'm hearing the Madonna song, Hung Up. I'm tired of waiting on you. Time goes by so slowly. I fed up. I'm hanging up on you. Okay, some of you have been on red for a long ass time. Are we gonna get back together? Are we gonna, you know, rekindle? Was this just part of the journey, the separation? And it's like, no, this is part of the wake up call. Hello, good morning. All right, it's not time to be under ideals and illusions and, you know, tricking yourself that this person is supposed to be part of your social circle. I'm not even seeing being friends right here because we have Aquarian cards reversed. We have the Pisces cards having to wake up. So definitely there could be a lot of Aquarians in this group. You or they could have Aquarius placements. Some of y'all are Neptune and Aquarius generation. I'm also seeing Pisces energy. Some of you have a lot of Neptune contacts in your synastry. So if you look at their astrology, you guys could have, when you have a lot of Neptune going on, it's really hard because you do idolize that person. It's all romanticized and you feel like, oh, this is great. And meanwhile, they're robbing you out the back. Like, what? I never knew. And everyone else is sitting in reality like, really? You need to put these 3D glasses on because we saw it in 4D. We saw it on the 5D. So, and all you saw was the D. Okay. Get some different glasses for this relationship. There could also be some Virgos, and I'm seeing all water signs here. And of course, because it's general, it's basically can be all air or water signs with a smidge of Virgo over here. Okay. change. That's the name of the game. Time for some change. The changes that you are going through is positive. It's positive to let yourself move forward with the Six of Swords. Because staying reversed in the Six of Swords literally means staying in toxic or abusive relationships. Because that's what's happening here, is where my chair is squeaky as hell, y'all. Old wood chair. It's where someone literally comes in and they're helping you move forward, right? Like this reading, helping you move forward, leave the situation behind, get to safety, get to security, get to where you can be at rest and at peace, leave that Five of Swords and all those other traumas behind, clear your mind, free your mind. None but ourselves can free our mind, okay? And then we have thankful. Some of y'all did have a cat too. You better take that cat. Think about the people and things that you feel grateful for. All right. So there's so many other people and friends. Some of y'all are the type that when you dated or this particular relationship, you got rid of your friends. You could be Aquarian moons. Excuse me. Some of you could have Libra placements. Oh yes, you could. Libra placements disappear. Okay, like they disagree when they get into relationships. So y'all might be feeling lonely, like, well, I don't have anybody. If I leave this person, I don't have anybody. Well, why is that? First of all, no relationship that we have should be cutting us off from everyone else, should be getting us in social groups where we don't feel loved and appreciated and safe, should make us feel like if we were to separate from that partner, we would be attacked and harmed and negative things would happen. Those are not signs of a healthy relationship in the first place. Now, sometimes we want to get cozy with someone. Okay, we hold up for a bit. That's boo. But really just, dissociating, cutting off from relationships. And if you're like, well, that's what I like, well, that might not be a good, positive, thing that you have going on, okay? Because that's some codependency there, and that can lead you to, when you need to get out of a relationship, being very isolated. So you have to get out and about more. You're gonna have to some of you have to be a little humble and go and reconnect with friends that you had cut off and reestablish that connection, so you're not feeling so lonely, so that you can curb this X. It's about being grateful and thankful for those who are around. Some of you are like, man, I'm not trying to make my debut back into the friend circle looking all scraggly, like I look tore up from this relationship. Okay, I was like, peace out, y'all. I got a boo, bounced out the scene, and now how am I coming back out with the friends looking scraggly? And it's like, you know what, all you need is a little work. Okay, you just need a little work, and good friends are gonna help you get that glow up. They see the star card, people still see you shining. They just know it's a little dusty. They have to help blow off the dust. Okay, shake off the X. They're gonna help you. Like on this thumbnail, Mariah is twirling her pigtails up, right? They're gonna elevate your game. So you need to connect back with your good friends and get rid of all these social connections that are on some bullshit and keeping you tied to this person. Wild rose, trust. See, roses can be wild. They don't have to be tamed and look a certain way. You can get back out there with your thorns. It's okay. It's all right. And we have, how funny, because I was stuck on this word like rough kind of word I stumbled on right before this reading. And it's rafflesia is your flower. Maybe that's what I was picking up. And it's consciousness, but it came up reversed. So your consciousness, your spiritual consciousness and stuff, has been off with this person. So maybe you're like, well, I'm receiving downloads and it's telling me to stay. First of all, you're at this reading. Second of all, there's a reason. Okay. Second of all, the downloads you're getting are to enlighten you past the constructs of this relationship at this time, but you're not listening to that consciousness. It's also affecting literally your spiritual path, not moving forward. And we can see this with the Six of Swords. There's changes that need to be, enacted. There's more growth for you to have. That's why it's like there is growth. Eight of Pentacles. You're kneeling, but you're not standing. Okay, there's more work to do. So you have to allow yourself to transform and get to that stage. You can't let someone dim your shine like that. Now, here are some cards. It says, love the one you're with. That includes you. Okay, so definitely I get that codependent vibe in this group where you're like, but I don't want to be alone. Who am I gonna love? I need someone to love. Well, you know what? If you're saying you're such a lover and you're so romantic, but you never love yourself or have respect for yourself or put boundaries for yourself, then you're not the lover you think you are, right? That's tough love. I'm a Pisces. That I had to learn that tough love myself. I sympathize, but I have to give it to y'all, okay? Because I want you to get to a place where you are loved and where you are in a healthy relationship, where you feel good about yourself and know how juicy you are, okay? Yes, because we got the star reversed. No. All right, this is Mariah Carey song. Mariah's not going to stay some star reverse. What does she look like? Okay, she looked like Mariah Carey on stage. That's what she looked like. So you have to let yourself come out of this stagnation, come out of hibernation. Some of you left this person, but you technically, it's like you didn't because you haven't moved on in life. Okay, you haven't thrived. You have to love yourself. You're the one you're always with no matter what. You're your day one. You're your ride or die. Literally, you're either going to ride for yourself or you're going to slowly die. Okay, you're your ride or die. All right, now the other one you got is interrupting is for assholes. Let them fucking finish. So some of you, this person's been trying to break up with you, been trying to end things, and you're interrupting the process of letting go. It's like, let them finish. Let this process finish. Don't skirt back and try to hop on a twin flame video and, you know, do all of this. No, let them finish. Let them go. Give them back their last. I'm seeing somebody holding something of your exes so they have to come back. I'm seeing things like that, ways of trying to keep it so you have to interact with this person again. This is saying, no, you're interrupting the process of moving forward and letting this relationship go for both of you. Okay. Now for some of you, it's that no doubt, don't speak. I know what you're saying. Don't tell me because it hurts. Let the closure happen. If you guys keep putting off that conversation, let the closure happen. Okay. Let them finish and, you know, hear what needs to be said and let the dissolution happen, the dissolving of the relationship. Also, some of you, let me sit with it, what was coming through right there. Yeah, some of you have to basically take your hands off the wheel and just let it play out that this person ain't gonna drive the car if you're not gonna drive the car. All right, basically, sometimes we keep the relationships alive, but they're dead. We know they're dead. Everyone knows it's a zombie relationship, but still it's moving. It's animated, right? I mean, things are happening. And so this is like, let them finish. Let them wind down, pull the plug. If you weren't shoving energy 24/7 in their face, paying all the bills, doing everything to make this relationship work, it would have been wound down. Now, of course, all relationships need work, but not this kind of work. This is where, again, you got them like a marionette or something. You do whatever you can to prop them up. Like, no, they're still alive. Slap. Look, put some color in your cheeks. No, we're still in a relationship, I swear. You know, look, that's some Taurus energy, some Libra energy there. Let them finish. You know, let them pass. If they're aging out and the era of them in your life is done, let them finish and pass. Okay, love the one you're with. That's you, boo. So this is how you curb the ex. These are some steps to take. You need to get a friend connection going. You need to get out and socialize. If you don't have that, you need to reestablish with people that you can connect with. You need to be brave enough to go out into the world before you're, perfect on your money. Some of y'all need to get a job. Okay, you need to get financially stable, but it's like, now do it. It's like, I'm not seeing, hold it off because I have a year's worth of plans I'm going to do and then I'll change. It's like, nope, you're going to get out there scraggly. Okay. You're going to trust yourself. You're going to reconnect to your consciousness, to your true intuition, not this. What I'm seeing is that augmented reality. And this is what I see a lot of times in these like love reading, when people get carried away, is where they're like, well, it resonates with the false energy self that you've created, but it doesn't resonate with your real self. Your real self knows that's bullshit. Your real self knows that y'all just about, beat each other up last night or whatever happened that was not good. But the other alternate reality energy self that you've created and put all this energy into, it's like, oh yeah, that sounds good. That sounds just like my character. So it's like getting out of that character, reclaiming your full energy, breaking down the energy forms that you have around this relationship in yourself and this person that aren't very accurate, that are, rosy glasses, or just straight up lying to yourself. Okay, some people, you lied to me, but it was yourself. As my friend and I joke sometimes, well, I scammed myself. Okay, Shout out Nat Hughes. Yes, so that's what I got. Get back out there, get a job, land on your feet. Come on, college kids do it. Everyone does it. You might not be set up in the perfect mansion with the perfect reputation, sparkling, walking out with your caviar and champagne, okay? But you're gonna be you, and you're gonna be getting back to life. Be grateful for what you have. Trust yourself. Move forward. Love the one you're with. Okay, we gotta refill this cup. Then you can sip a sip. All right, so that is your reading. How to curb the ex. Yes, yes, they are, low-key shady. Don't forget. Don't be forgetting now. But you can like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll talk to you soon. Let me know how it resonated. Thank you, thank you. For those of you that chose number 2 with the pregnant belly charm, let's see what we have for you. Okay. Make sure I get all your correct cards here. We got quite a bit. We have the Strength card. Some of y'all want to keep this hush hush. Don't let the community know. Don't tell the family that we have knives at each other's throat. Oh, what I say? Don't tell the family. I didn't even know, y'all, but I be knowing. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, yes, some of you do not want everyone to know. The 9 of Wands. Some of you came from broken homes yourself, and so it's hard for you to process going through this situation, because you're like, no, this is not what I wanted. This is not, no, it's not the plan. We're supposed to go long term. So either you saw good relationships and you're embarrassed of not matching up to them, or you didn't have the experience of a stable home, and to let this person go is very painful for you, because you're like, wow, I thought this was my one chance. This was my one chance. That, that idea that something's your one chance to be happy and stable, which is not accurate and true. Okay, we got the Hangman as well. So we got a lot of people, some of you might have chose number 1 as well, a lot of people hanging on and trying to find a reason or a spiritual excuse to stay in this relationship. But here, when we have the Hangman caught up, this tiger tied up with the 9 of Wands, that lets me know that it's your toxic habits and not your healthy spiritual habits that's keeping you connected to this person. And that's why we have here the 10 of Wands, ending up burdened, ending up feeling like you have more to lose than to gain. This looks like a little hole in the back, right? It's almost like this is just, it's draining to you. Let's see here. We have the 3 of Pentacles. So that's, oh, look, the pigtails are up just like the thumbnail. Oh my God. Yes. So you could be dealing with an Aries person. Absolutely. There's strong Aries energy here for them. They could also be a Sagittarius or a Leo. We have all fire energy. We do have some Pisces and Virgo or Earth energy as well, but I have a strong feeling a lot of you, it's a fire sign that you're asking about. So this is interesting though, because it's the 3 of Pentacles card. So this person, again, it could be difficult because you feel like, well, this is the only person who's going to help me go after my dreams and build things. Well, this is the longest relationship that I've had, or the most stable, or the closest to what I want that I have had. Let me get that in screen a bit. And that's why it's hard for you to let go, because you're feeling like, well, who else am I going to build this with? Who else is going to put up with my stuff, with all my shit, while we try to build a relationship? So again, I'm feeling very much that this union was very much built on wounds, on like maybe you guys hide transgressions the same way, you ignore the same problems in family circles, all of those kind of things. So yes, that might give longevity, but it doesn't mean that it's healthy. And that's something we have to remember about the old time relationships. Like they always, crap on millennial relationships versus baby boomers. Well, that's because we have the option to leave unhealthy relationships now. We don't have to sit there and be toxic and pass down abusive patterns and things of that nature. Some of you, I feel like this person had an addiction or some kind of PTSD. They could have even been a veteran or someone who's been through like a lot of violence in their life. Maybe they're from an area where there was like a lot of gun or gang violence, or police brutality. There's different things like that this person or someone in the relationship may have gone through. And so that could be a reason too why it's very hard. You feel like you want to be like your family to this person, and you don't want to just throw them away. You've been trying to work on handling their vices or the kind of negative parts of their personality. Or you could be that person too. You might be the person who feels very damaged in this relationship, and you feel like, well, this person is the most stability that I have gotten, and so I need to cling to this. I need to hold on to this the best I can. So you got let go of stress, which literally you have the Ten of Wands, which is the stress card. Don't take on other people's stress. Breathe it out now. Okay. And then you have relax. Everything's okay. Don't worry. It's all going to be fine. So some of you have that feeling where like, we can't separate because someone's going to die or someone's going to get hurt, or it's going to be my fault if they lose their business and their home. What are we going to do about rent? Basically, our lives are going to fall apart. We're too intermingled. It's not going to work. It's going to be a problem if we separate. Okay, that's the idea here. But you have the Japanese cherry tree energy here with peace, and cherries always represent new starts, newness, freshness. We have a baby unicorn here, and this Aries energy, new starts, fresh starts, having to let yourself be a bit younger. Some of you have been, this person could even be older than you, or you're just acting way above your age, or it's just that by the age you guys are, this person should be able to handle life better than they are. And maybe there's understandable things that they have been through, but it's almost like for both of you, this relationship can be a crutch that is keeping you from growing and developing fully. And for you guys, you were kind of like, well, that works because if we just stay together, then we don't have to develop those parts of ourselves because we're dependent on each other in those ways, and we're okay with that. But the thing is, it's not working, right? It's not working. And that's the thing. We have Idlewife, dedication. Yes, so because of dedication, because of wanting to have your unique union, I'm feeling that Aries energy. Aries will stay in relationships on some bullshit because they don't want to admit to their families. Like literally every Aries relationship, Aries like someone, family says, nope, not a good match, not a good relationship, this is crazy. And Aries says, oh, well, you can't keep us apart. We're going to stay together. You can't tear us apart. Like Aries needs that. Like fire signs really are about that. And I feel like a lot of you, that has been a dynamic, is like this kind of rebellious energy of, well, you guys think we can't make it, but so we're gonna make it. But that's not passion. That's not the same as having passion for each other. It's kind of a confusion, and then you end up, 10 leagues deep into this relationship that has a whole bunch of issues and problems that neither of you are prepared for, that neither of you really want to work on, and you're just doing it out of dedication, out of not wanting to lose face, out of not feeling like you can find someone else who will put up with your bullshit, those kind of things. Or you're using each other's weaknesses against each other's triggers, each other's jealousies, each other's envies. So there's all of this kind of stuff going on. Now the cards that you got from the Rebel deck say, fucking say it. Let's see. Resentment kills the magic. Okay, so I feel like, yeah, it's like, why can't you part ways still on an even keel? Why does it have to get to the point where things are chaotic and damaging? Now, some of you, you're already to that point, so it's gonna have to be what it is. But this is like, at least let go of the resentment, because I feel like there's a reason. Just because we break up with someone doesn't mean they're unlovable or that they can't find a way to heal and fix themselves. But here it's like you guys don't really heal and work together. And there's the need to let each other figure out how to do it separately. Okay, and that's what this one says. Forgive. Not for them, do that shit for you. Like at this point, you could have a lot of bitterness. On one hand, when you want to stay in the relationship, it's like, oh yeah, but I have to do so much for them. And that's a low-key power trip, okay? Thinking that people can't go and heal for themselves. And then on the other hand is being mad, right? And bitter, like, oh, they wasted my life. They were supposed to get their shit together and they didn't. They keep doing this over and over. But in the song that y'all will listen to, Shawni says, mad at you, but I'm the one choosing, right? And using them to fill that empty void that only God's supposed to fill. So, God, the universe, whatever. So it's like, how can we be resentful? In a way, you've also been trying to use this person to fill up pieces in yourself, to get stability in yourself. that you didn't have. So that's why you got to do this for you. You got to let that go. Let all that energy drop out of those spaces in you so you can finally put the pieces together and build yourself up in a healthy way. And not just feel like your wounds are going from addiction to addiction in relationships. For you, that could be your addiction, could be, needing to fill that void. And, whoever can kind of fit in, or distract you from that and seem like it's a relationship and have this illusion of a family going on, you're like, okay, fine, we're going to do that. Some of you have children and you're going to be like, well, we have kids. Yes, but you probably already knew that this was a shitty relationship before you had kids, right? Hey, it happens. It happens, all right? But it's not an excuse to stay in shitty things or to try to have ownership over a person, or to think after a certain point you can't even be continuously resentful of another person. Like, okay, it is what it is. It's not working. Let it go. If they're toxic, how are you going to keep having them in the situation and not letting them go, but be mad because they're still them and doing their same them shit, right? It doesn't make sense. After a certain point, it's like, how they are. You have to make changes in your life accordingly. You just have to let go of the stress. Because otherwise there must be something in that toxic cycle that you feel empowered, or you feel like you identify with, that you're allowing that cycle to continuously roll on and on and on, right? Maybe it's the attention you get from others. Maybe because, you're the good person when you stand next to them. For some of you, that's your ex. They're the good person when they stand next to you, and that's why they want you around, and that's shitty. It's shitty both ways. So there's all those kind of nuances in this, and basically it's like, it's time for yourself to get healthy, to know that this person has tools and resources to go get healthy. Some people might need professional help. I am seeing, actually like institutions, they might need to go to like somewhere for like drug help, or it's just time for them to rely on their own family, and have that responsibility of them taking care of what's going on with them. So there's different things. If they don't have family resources, there's professional resources out there for variety kinds of help. Some of them, it's even healthcare. Maybe there has been someone who hasn't been as fully abled as you are, or you haven't been as they are. There's other ways to mobilize yourself to get stable, to build your life. Okay, so this is that parting of ways. Go ahead and figure out the finances, figure out the rent, do your split, and bounce. Okay, let go of the stress, free yourself up, and don't confuse staying in bullshit with being a stable, dedicated person. Taurus, okay? That's Taurus. Not the same thing. Being comfortable and having someone who feeds your habits and your routines is not the same thing as being a loyal person in a healthy long-term relationship and having a good family. It's not the same. So some of you are learning those nuances, okay? And that's the kind of the tough thing to see here with the Strength card. You're like, shh, don't say that. Don't say that. Like, I'm trying to have this image. It's okay, because that's how you get there. You have to build. See, you have to remember, we're souls. Souls aren't like, oh, these are marriages, the rules. Like, think of how many different society structures there have been throughout the ages. What we see as family structures and marriages, even now, first of all, aren't the same for everyone. They're not the same for every culture. But also, that's not how our souls necessarily see things. We come down and we play those roles and use the constructs that are set up to help our growth. Okay, but to our spirits, we don't have to come down and be married to one person our whole lifetime. If we can grow and become a better soul by going through 5 different marriages, our soul might just let us do that, okay? So we have to think of things from a different point of view. And some of you are using spiritual means to keep yourself and the other person oppressed and repressed in this relationship, stressed, okay? And it's like, no, you can't put all that energy on this person. You can't put all that energy on this person. They got to go and do their healing and do them. You got to go and do yours. If it syncs up, then it would sync up, but it's not syncing up, okay? So let go of the resentment that kills the magic. Some of you have been using magic and spiritual means to try to keep this person in tow, and that's not even working anymore, or it's going to burn you out because it's not meant to be that way. It's just not, it's not co-signed from your spirit helpers, all right? So it's like, do the shit for you. All that energy, invest in yourself, okay? So that is your reading. Curb the X. Do you build your life build your life. You do have the energy of a new start. You can put that dedication and focus and that magic elsewhere and really climb out of old patterns and wounds and get that longevity and that happy ending of family and security that you want, and secure finances. It is there. I do see it in the cards, okay? And your spiritual life will improve and your self-esteem will improve more too. So I hope you feel brave to go ahead and do that. Curb the X, and I'll talk to you soon on another one, number 2s. All right. For those of you that chose number 3 with the blue bottle, let's see the advice on curbing your ex, okay? What do we need to know? What is the tea? Let's see. We have the 10 of Wands. It's so funny when the readings run into each other. The last group also got the 10 of Wands. Let's see what else. We have the Death card reversed. You don't want to let it go. You need to let it go. 6 of Wands reversed. Okay. Let's see. 7 of Cups. Ooh, look at this. This is like when someone seems like the dream, but then you catch a real glimpse and it's dead. There's nothing there, right? It's like in the movies where someone's like, oh, they're bewitched by this person who looks so sensual and all of this, but then they see that they're really like, you know, a 3,000-year-old hag or something. Or like you think someone's healthy and good, but then they're really a zombie or something. Like all those kind of tales of don't be bewitched by what the image is putting out there or the fantasy you think you're getting, because behind the scenes, you know, they could just be dead inside, or they could have some monstrous qualities. Some of you have found that out. Some of you are in the process of trying to accept that or having that revealed to you, and you're fighting it. We have the 5 of Wands. Okay. Some of you are already just dragged down fighting the sex. We have the Knight of Pentacles. You might be very slow to listening to advice and revelations. The Queen of Swords reverse, because you don't want to cut this person off. So that's what I'm seeing. A lot of you, some of your friends, your family, they cannot stand this person. They're like, I've told you I don't like them. Even if they haven't met them, you tell them about this person and they're like, nah, like that's not it. This person could definitely be a Leo. They could have Scorpio in their chart, Sagittarius, Aries, and we have some Virgo here. There's air signs too. I feel like that's a lot of you as well, but there is some air energy here as well. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. So we do have kind of all the elements present in this one. But yeah, because there's so many people involved, I feel like people are just like, no, you guys need to not be together. And you guys might have taken that as fuel, which I said in the other reading as well, you know, oh well, we're gonna be together. But it's like, man, your shoulders hurt. You might even have literal tension in your neck, tension headaches in your back, just from the stress that comes from this interaction, from this relationship. Even if you seem like you've been done, you're not done with this like you keep going back to the energy. The 6 of Pentacles or 6 of Wands here doesn't have the victory over the situation. The Death card hasn't moved forward and moved on. You're still stressing about it. It might come back up. This person almost like they crawl up in your dreams. They crawl up in your astral energy. They're just lurking. They're lurkers. Yes, they are. They are lurkers. For some reason, you don't cut them all the way off. You might like partially block them, but then leave them up one social media that they can spy on you, because you want to see if they'll spy on you. There's that kind of energy. For some of you, this relationship goes all the way back to like school days, you know, college or even before that. And so you're just like, man, but I need to know what would happen if. Maybe we're just a slow burn. Maybe it's just a slow grow and it will come to be, and I'll beat out all these competitions, because every time it feels like they're put between choosing you and anything else, they choose the other thing or the other 5 things or the other 5 people. And it's just like, and then you're like, well, they're just, you know, they're slower to learn their mistakes. They have to go and kind of slowly learn and try things. Like, you make a lot of excuses for this person as to why they do what they do, instead of just showing and believing that you're coming up as a full-fledged person on all levels trying to connect, and they're showing up like skeleton, no soul, no flesh, nothing. Just like, and it's just a reflection. You're like, damn, this is just a FaceTime too? It's just a skeleton FaceTime. That's all you're gonna give me. For real. For real. And so it can be hard because they could have water placements, and so you feel like, oh, but this water, they have to be sensitive, they have to be feeling under, but they're not giving that to you. They're not giving that to you. They're not giving you their passion, and like you're not getting any of the good sides of any of their astrology or any of their elements. You're getting the on the shelf, dusty, rancid sides of all their astrology. It's like either they're just not living their best capability in their astrological chart. Even if you guys are compatible, I do see some incompatibilities as well, but or just to you, they're not giving that. Okay, it's just not matching up. Let's see what else we got. One step at a time. Lots of little steps make big dreams come true. See, that's the thing. Y'all are like, oh, I'm creating all this, manifesting all this, and soon they'll get over here, and I won't have to Queen of Swords them. I won't have to. You know, I just know it. I just know it. And look how they're going the other. Do you see this? They're going the other way. They are going the other way. And so what you need to prancy one step to is the door. Okay, that's where you need to one step to. Okay, you have forgiveness and it was reversed. It's time to let go of anger or blame. So that's why it's not even forgiveness like everything they did is okay. I don't believe in preaching that kind of forgiveness. I believe in forgiveness for yourself. Okay, forgiveness to clear your karma so you don't have to be tied in a contract to that person. It doesn't mean you have to have nice fuzzy feelings and be like, oh, you know, loving rainbows to you. Okay, look, walking past the rainbow. All right, no, but it's like it's time to let go of anger and blame. That's why some of you like this connection, because you can still blame the other person for shit, right? You're still the victim, or you can still feel like this righteous kind of, well, I wasn't successful because of you. That's why. Well, I didn't have my soulmate relationship yet because of you. That's why I haven't had one yet. It gives you a reason to place blame somewhere instead of admitting that you haven't been moving forward in your life either. You haven't been taking your one steps at a time. You haven't been fully accepting and kind of eating up that catwalking your path to growth in life. And so if you claim that it's this relationship or this person eclipsing this or this person putting hindrances to you having those successes, it takes pressure off of you. It gives you someone to be angry at and blame instead of just saying, you know what, I wasted my damn time. I played myself. I've been over here not being open to love. It's almost like you're walking around like, nope, I'm not lovable. I'm not lovable because this person's not giving me love. You know, and instead of just saying, okay, how can I be more lovable? How can I love myself more? How can I be more open to relationships? Instead, it's been this matter of blaming this person in this situation. And it's so funny because there's all these white horses that want to prance around, walk fancy, like lead you to good places. But it's almost like you're not riding them. You're not taking. I feel like you've missed out on a lot of good partners and people and soulmates that you just closed down because you're waiting on this person. Some of you are not even with this person anymore at all whatsoever. And it's like you will fight off other people. One, it's like a mix. It's one, because if this person doesn't love you, you feel like no one else does. And two, it's because you don't want to have another option. You don't want to have, and these are all equal white horses. As a matter of fact, you could get a unicorn, okay? You could let go of this tired horse, looking in the mouth horse, and get a unicorn or two. There's two unicorns, right? And this person's over here and they're on a whole nother matter. Okay, a whole different horse going a whole different direction. Let's see what else we got over here. Wild sunflower. There could definitely be Leo energy. We have strength. All right, so for some of you, you identify too strongly with this person. Maybe it's the parts of your astrology that are similar, or they have what you don't have. So you like to kind of, I'm seeing like how Libras and Geminis are with Leos. They want to, you know, kind of cling and be like what are those little fish that eat off the whales? Some people gonna be mad, but it's true. That's how Libras and Geminis be with Leos, right? So, oh, look, there's some limelight over there. Let me into Sagittarians too. They do that to Sag. But that's kind of the feeling. Some of you don't have to shine yourself and kind of have that strong stock, that backbone of the sunflower if this person's around, because something about it, it's almost like you can be the vine that grows up around them and their energy and this connection. Some of you, this maybe you felt like could be a power relationship, or that once you finally did all these steps that you had the ability to be very successful. Some of you felt like this person took your personal power in some way, but for whatever reason, you are drawn to the way they shine, the way they hold themselves in certain ways, the respect that they have the ability to achieve and get, and you feel like they're kind of your ticket to having that, you know, even if you are more in the background there still. And so, yeah, you might have become way too entwined with seeing yourself through them. Okay, then we have the Scottish primrose here, and it is compassion. I don't feel like you get much compassion for this person. Maybe sometimes when someone else hurts you and it's not their fault, but overall I feel like this person's very cold to you. I feel like they're pretty clear about not wanting to have full strong bonds. Like their actions and their lack of emotional connections really show it all. Some of you have been blocked or cut off too. Like what more can they say or do to show that this isn't, that like there's not that respect that's there. I feel like you might be waiting for just any drop of compassion or attention, or finally, like one time you have a talk about, they talk about feelings or something. So now for the next 10 years, you're going to wait for this person again, but their actions don't show it, right? Compassion has passion in it. It's supposed to be active. This person does not have active love that they show. They have theories of love. They have feelings sometimes, dreams sometimes. Maybe you've talked about some past life stuff sometimes, or spiritual stuff sometimes, one time. But you know, they definitely have plans. They definitely have plans and blueprints for their lives, and you're not in them. Like literally, they're walking away from this entire spread. And when they do come in contact with your energy, they're pumping the brakes and trying to reverse or backpedal or just stop. And part of your energy kind of does the same, but you kind of stop and wait for them. They stop, like, how do I backtrack out of this situation? So I know it's tough to hear, but this is like, you know, I just don't see, it's like this person that's constantly, you know, when horses try to back up away from something, it's like this person that's constantly been doing that this whole relationship, sidestepping all that. So the advice from the Rebel deck, you fucked up. Yeah, it's your fault. Say this out loud. I'm sorry. You need to apologize to yourself for wasting your own time. Okay? You need to apologize to yourself for twisting every single thing they do into some big romantic gesture, or them being misunderstood, or whatever it is, when it's not. You've been wasting your time and not getting Queen of Swords. Now, sometimes you might have popped off. Some of y'all, you're like, wait. There's some times I've laid them out. And I've torched them, you know. Yeah, you have sometimes, but it didn't really do much. You guys might have, they might have acted like it affected them, but overall they are on the same shit. Okay, so you need to apologize to yourself for wasting your own time. You have open your mouth. Talk. Use big words like validate, acknowledge, and empathize. Okay, this is so interesting because literally with Mariah Carey, I'm a songwriter, and one thing she taught me when I was young is that she would use big words, right? She didn't act like, oh, I'm gonna sing like a dumb little pop song. She would say things, she mixes her words. She'll say something from the culture, she'll make something that's pop ballad, and then she'll drop in these big words, right? I mean, her album, The Emancipation of Mimi, right? So she mixes things like that. And so I love that there's a card actually talking about that. Use some big words, you know, say how you really feel, call them out on it, you know, call them out on the injustices that have been there. Some of you need to get that off your chest. It's like, call yourself out and call them out, let it be done, and move on from this situation, because you're not getting the empathy you want, you're not getting the compassion. And at this point, it's almost like putting down a horse that can no longer make it, right? It's like, that would be the compassionate thing to do, is to just let them have it. Like, at least don't waste your time. Reclaim your time by teaching them the lesson and teaching yourself the lessons that you guys need to learn. Okay, because it's been this stalemate, stagnant shit for a long time, wasting your time. Okay, it doesn't feel good, doesn't look good, definitely doesn't look good. Nobody's thinking this looks good. It's not a good look at all. for some reason, like, it's like y'all think that it's a good look, that would make you look good. It's not a good look. Yeah. All right. So speak. It's like kind of like correct yourself first, admit where you've been, off base and not being healthy, and then go and check them on what you need to check them, clear that space for yourself, and get on your Queen of Swords. Okay, move forward. New person, who this? So that is how you curb your ex. You might want to get some legalities in order. Okay, those could be the big words you need to pull out, is some legal jargon. Am I right, some of y'all? All right, that is your reading. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Listen to the song. It's a little bop. It would be a bigger bop if there wasn't ageism in the industry trying to kick Mariah out to her age. It's a bop, y'all. Listen to it. And I'll talk to you soon on another one. Hey, number 4 is last but certainly not least. We have the 4, or not the 4. We have the 4 of evil eyes. I'm talking in tarot. We have the evil eye protected charm with the blinged out rhinestones. All right, are you ready for it? I'm telling you, these pack a punch. We're curbing exes. All right, we're not even taking names or numbers. We're giving the clap. Are you ready? Let's go. 5 of Pentacles to the curb. They didn't even pack their box to the left. I don't want to hear about what you need in your stuff. You got to go. You got to go. Lovers reverse. Did I say it loud enough? You got to go. Love don't live here no more. All right. 7 of Cups. You are not the fantasy. Shout out to Nat Hughes. Okay. Let's see how they're looking. 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups over here, but who are they 3 of Cups in with? 2 squirrels. Why are they distracted, right? So whatever potential you're seeing in them, third parties and their squirrels, they're just distractions. What are they doing over here? If you feel like, oh, but we're such big lovers, this person's gonna be stuck on me forever and I don't just want to kick them out, don't play yourself, because they will be distracted. They probably are already having wandering eyes and are distracted before you know it, okay, up on that Instagram or something. So don't kid yourself thinking that, look, you're thinking they're not going to go out and try any other options. They're going to be like Alice in Wonderland over there, drink this, eat this, taste this, sip me, okay? You're going to be the one not doing anything. You're the one who needs to take action with these sly foxes. You need to get a little foxy yourself. Well, yeah, you can get foxy, okay? Get a little spruced up, but you need to utilize the energy of fox. Be sly, handle your own shit, think about your own den, watch how you move, pay attention to those who are shady and sneaky around you. Never assume that you know all the moves that they're gonna make or that they won't pull a fast one on you, because that's what's coming up right here. It's like the gloves are coming off, but it's like take the, again, as I've been saying in a few of these, take those rosy glasses off, okay? Because this person, look at them, they're bugging. They're over here watching whatever they want to watch, spying on whoever they're gonna spy. Shoot, they could be on some substance or something. Like, yeah, they're already tuned out. They're already tuned out from this relationship. Their affection and energies are already elsewhere. So why are they using your resources? Now, some of you are like, no, I'm kicked to the curb. Well, count yourself lucky. You're like, well, they kicked me out the house. Count yourself lucky. All right, because this is like, because look, you have the 3 of Cups with them trying to holler at some squirrels. All right, some distractions over here. Could be Geminis they're talking to. And then you have over here, like, them turning down you, like, as an option. And what? Yep, there could be some, look, Gemini, scandalous. Okay, we have the Lovers reverse. Could be some Geminis in this mix. There could be some Scorpio or Cancer energy. I'm seeing all fire energy here. But this could be the Mars sign. So they might have Mars in Cancer, Gemini, Scorpio, or you might. We also have Taurus energy. Okay, creative. Draw, paint, think, and act in creative ways. Some of you don't want to let them go because they're an artiste, or because you're trying to have this tragic love story. Well, we're supposed to bounce back. Y'all are listening to Lemonade and think you're gonna Jay-Z and Beyonce this shit. You're not. You're not gonna bounce back and they're gonna be a billionaire all of a sudden. Like, this is not the reality for all of us. Okay, Jay-Z got in trouble, came back and made half a billion dollars more. All right, and they had some kids. No. All right, so this is not what's going to happen in this situation. It's like poke a hole in those airy dreams that, okay, well, I'm just gonna win the lotto and then we're gonna be good and this relationship's gonna be saved. Oh, we're just gonna have a baby. That's what we'll do. We'll have a baby. We'll get a car. You're like, it's like you're negotiating over here. How can I keep this from going on the streets? Some of you, you did have financial issues as the root of the problem, but if people can't stick it together like that, I don't know. There are some relationships that only do thrive in times of prosperity. But at the same time, if this is your reality and y'all can't connect in your reality, it's not working. It's not working. It's okay to be different. You don't need to be like everyone else. You're perfect just as you are. But I think also you guys use that as a way to try to stay in some bullshit relationship, right? So you'll act like, well, we're non-traditional with our relationship. I see this a lot too in like the queer community. Well, we're not hetero. So, okay, that doesn't mean you get to be abusive in a relationship. That doesn't mean you get to be treated like shit. Doesn't mean you don't, protect and take care of each other and all those things, right? So sometimes when people are in toxic relationships, oh, well, it's because we're different races, you're like trying to use something that's different about your relationship to hinge everything on and ignore all the problems. That might not be the root. The thing that you're different about might not be the root of what's wrong. For some of you it is. It's those differences. For some of you it's not. But just because that you guys love that you are two different religions or something that are coming together, that doesn't excuse like all the chaos in the relationship or that there's love that's not there. I do feel like for some of you there was a tokenism kind of energy. Okay, they like that you were different. Look. Oh my God, tell me that's not a damn... Why is it a squirrel? They like that you were different. When you were different, ooh, that was interesting. That was interesting. Maybe you helped them rebel, right? You helped them rebel from their little neck of the woods. Whether, like I said, it could be religion, it could be political differences, could be race. A lot of that going on nowadays, and people are like, oh, that's the greatest love, right? It could be gender differences, something on the spectrum or how you identify, could be like, maybe it could even be like kinks that you're into or just your occupation. For some people that's a big deal in families. Okay, you try to marry into an occupation the family doesn't approve of, so you were different in a way, or they were different to you, and you guys might not want to admit that's why you got with this person, is because you check that box for me, right? Ooh, I'm living something different, so artsy, so creative, so rebellious. But now it's like, okay, when you see behind all of that, what did you guys actually have in common? What work are you actually willing to do for each other? What are you actually willing to sacrifice? And now you're looking for the next fix, right? You need someone else. Well, I had someone who was Hindu, now I want to run off and, I don't know, get a Protestant. I don't know. That's a bad example, but you know what I'm saying here, right? That's what it's like, because y'all are running around with your Mars. Somebody's running around with their Mars, okay? Whatever their Mars is in, they're being led by that. Okay, we have the field poppy reverse, memory. I do get the feeling of for some of y'all, there's some substance issues. There could be some drinking or being real smoked out or kind of drugged up all the time. Could be pills. Energy that's here, a lot of escapism. I also see someone like watching a screen or like being online until it's like, are your eyes bleeding yet? Like, oh my God. Again, always looking for a fix of something else. They could keep this a little low key, but you're like, why are you locked in the bathroom for 3 hours? Like, you can't be pooping that long. What's going on? Or why do you have incognito mode on your browser? Okay, there's something like that. You're being iced out of this relationship in some way, and I think that you've touched on it. This is a very Pisces thing. There are some Pisces in this group. Pisces, we can have things revealed to us in a relationship, but because a lot of times we can change and grow and be so different and get into different vibes, we will just literally like a sponge from our memory that this person did this thing. So they could full out, we can catch them talking to someone else or whatever, but we were on the road, things changed, whatever. And it's like you forget that. Isn't that weird how we can do that in relationships? It's almost like to protect us, our minds do that, but we get caught up. And so I feel like for some of you, you've really kind of erased from your memory just how shitty or how much betrayal there has been between y'all. Or some of you that have had some distance from this relationship, you're forgetting just how different and completely incompatible and not workable you guys are together. So you need to kind of recall those memories. You have the Madonna lily healing. So there could be some mothering issues in this. Again, there could be some third parties. There could be some family dynamics where you guys just don't quite fit together. Just essentially at the root of it all, it's a fun experiment. Ooh, again, rebellious. It's almost like this relationship should happen in like high school. You know what I mean? Like, you're so different, it's so fun. Ooh, my parents say no, we snuck out. But like, how you can't get married on that. You really can't. It's almost like maybe one of you aren't as experienced as you need to be. Or some of you, maybe you're like the person's going through rebelling. They could have lost someone. I do get that. They could have lost somebody, and or you could have, and you're just going through this, like, it's almost like you're not fully there, not a full-fledged person in the relationship. And I feel like this relationship was a stop on experiences you need to experience. There's not like a big soulmate connection moving forward. And I think for a lot of you, just use it as creative juice. So if you're artists, if you're creators of some sort, use it as fuel, write some songs about it. Then that's how, as a songwriter, I would always feel in high school. If I write a song about it, it wasn't a waste. It made something, it helped me make arts, right? And that's kind of the vibe to take out of this. Look at it as, oh, this showed me a whole bunch of areas I need to heal, from my past and the way I love, and it gave me new ways to be creative. And I think an amazing thing is it's going to let you know, this relationship, what you will not sacrifice from yourself, what you love about yourself that you will not shrink and hide. Like, no, I love that I'm a witch. How am I going to be with someone else that tries to shame that? I love my people. I love repping the culture. How am I going to be with somebody who deep down, after all of that being attracted, have an issue with it and want me to act like theirs? So there will be things like that will come up to take with it. So don't miss your opportunities. I feel like you've slept on a lot of opportunities trying to be the same as, like, literally, look at this. 2 different decks, but look how similar that energy is, right? But then you're getting all faded out while they're still, in all this red, getting their little experiences, getting their little fixes. So yeah, time to let yourself see that red, right? You might be seeing red when you remember or have some revelations just on how much behind your back and outside this relationship this person's kind of gone. And for some of you, I'm seeing there's home wreckers or something. The lovers being separated in the 3 energies here. It's not about the other person. It's like, don't even spin off. Don't go on a spin off. Don't make a spin off to the sitcom. It's not about the other person. It was about y'all all along, and it's about the fact that you or this person just wasn't ready. There was always going to be some kind of squirrel, so don't go chasing the squirrel looking nutty. Looking nutty, y'all. Chasing the squirrel looking nutty. Okay, don't do it, because there's probably 5 different squirrels anyways. Like, you're gonna have to be mad at the actress on TV and that person at the bus stop, and their grandmama, their auntie, their ancestors. Like, how much fight you got? It's like, no, just you do you, full-fledged ahead. And I think this is like, it's not one-stop shopping. You got a whole bunch of other people to experience. Okay, what is this, like 7 more? And you sitting there like hee with a little fairy, all mischievous. All right, you got more to experience. You took yourself out the game. You took yourself out the game. For what? For who? Ooh, you guys need to look up that Eartha Kitt. I just posted on my story. It might still be on there if you go today. Yes, on Insta. Eartha Kitt said, I want somebody. I love myself. I want somebody to fall in love with me and share my love of me with me. Why should I compromise? For what? For what? Someone comes into my life and I have to change and compromise? No. You come into my life to add to it, to love me. right? And so that's kind of the concept of what you need to be on, because these people you've been choosing, they do them. They keep doing it. They might hide it a bit. And that's what the truth is. Most people don't really change. They just hide the shit they do, or they just put it on pause until they can't anymore and things explode. So it's, you have to find someone who really loves you for you, you really love them for them, and you join together to add more happiness with that good combination. You don't hurt each other from your differences, and you don't numb each other out having to be the same. You can have a respect as individuals for each other, okay? And that's some healing that you're gonna get. Some of you really need to let go of that third party and try to damage or get back or destroy other people's relationships because yours was destroyed. That's real right there. All right, so that's how to, oh, snap. Look, y'all thought you was going to get away without the Rebel deck. Wait a minute. Look, keep that shit to yourself, it says. I love being criticized, said no one ever. Yeah, they don't want to hear it. People don't care. If you're out there talking about, oh, well, they cheated on me, this, that, no one wants to hear it. They don't want to hear your criticisms of the other person. Look, what does it say? Watch what you say. That mouth of yours could start some shit, okay? And some of you are like, I don't care. You're gonna care once it happens. You're not gonna like it. It's really, the advice is let it go. Let it go, let God, let the door, like all that. Hit them, okay? Just kick them out. Them and their scraggly little side piece over here ruining stuff. Broken people will find each other. You know, shady people will find each other. Don't worry about their vibration. You got to worry about you now. You're healing, okay? So, button the lip. Worry about your shit, all right? So that is the end of your reading. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Curb your exes, all right? Get on to your nexus. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.